Ever since the release of Star Wars The Last Jedi by writer and director Rian Johnson, a lot of fans around the world have wanted change within the sequel trilogy. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. But it's not just the sequel trilogy, it's all about where the Star Wars franchise is going and where it will end up in the future. So a lot of people have been really wondering exactly what Disney and Lucasfilm are doing right now with the Star Wars franchise. Now, these past couple of days or so, you guys may have heard about the big subject that Disney is indeed resetting the Star Wars franchise. But aside from all of that, when it comes to Disney's plan for fixing the Star Wars franchise, they do have a simple technique in place here, and it's all about letting fans heal and letting fans recuperate from all the negativity from Star Wars The Last Jedi and the solo Star Wars story box office results on Disney and Lucasfilm's part. And that whole entire plan is going to originate from taking a whole entire year off from making Star Wars movies in order to let fans have a whole entire year of no Star Wars content when it comes to the actual films. Now, that's not to say that we're not getting live-action TV series, because we are. We're getting The Mandalorian, we're getting the Cassian Andor series, which, by the way, is a Rogue One prequel, in case you guys are interested in that. But the other thing here is that 2020, it's actually said that we are not going to get a Star Wars movie in that year. So anywhere from January to December of 2020, no Star Wars movie for Star Wars fans around the world. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't know if that's really going to fix the Star Wars franchise and really bring all the fans together. Now, if you look at it this way, if you look at it in isolation here and you kind of like examine what's going on with the Star Wars franchise, I think that taking off 1 year is a good idea to an extent. If they're actually going to take that time to really kind of, embrace some new ideas that the fans are really going to love, that pretty much the majority of the fans are going to enjoy, where it won't be as negative and it'll be more, a lot of satisfied, people going into the movies and, reviewing it and kind of just enjoying the films, kind of like the originals, right? You don't see a lot of hate going towards the originals. Yes, we saw a similar pattern with the prequels, but with the sequels, I feel it's a whole lot worse, in my point of view. But looking at, this new Star Wars trilogy, we do know that that is their main priority right now. So they're taking a whole entire year off from making Star Wars movies in order to focus on this new Star Wars trilogy and to actually have the whole trilogy planned right from the get-go. This way, each and every movie, it's not just like coming up with, stuff out of nowhere, kind of like what they did with the sequels. With the sequels, we had a very similar situation here where we had, first, we had J.J. Abrams on board for The Force Awakens, and even a couple of others before him, before Abrams got the actual part. There was a lot of writers involved that were let go as well. Then we got Rian Johnson, then we had Colin Trevorrow, which was let go, then JJ came back for episode 9. There were a lot of inconsistencies with not just the sequel trilogy, but also solo A Star Wars Story when they fired the original directors. So, with that being said, they are taking a whole entire year off in order to focus on this new trilogy primarily. And in order to do that, they want to get this right by spending a lot of time where they are not dedicated to a very high budget project, which is of course a Star Wars film. Now, of course, they could always turn things around if they really want to. If they think of a movie out of nowhere and they want to say, all right, let's begin filming by, I don't know, mid-2020 or early 2020 and get this thing out there fast, they could do that if they really wanted to, but I just don't see that happening. So, taking a whole entire year off, from what it seems like it's going to be set in stone now, unless they really change things around by mid-2019. If they have no idea what they are doing by mid-2019, we are absolutely not getting a movie at all in 2020. So what do you guys think about this? Is this a good idea by Disney and Lucasfilm to actually fix the Star Wars franchise by taking a whole entire year off to dedicate themselves in order to focus primarily on this new trilogy and to take a lot of time and just investing a lot of man hours into this project and to deliver these great experiences that a lot of fans will actually truly love, and it will resonate with everybody around the world. So what do you think about that? Is this a good strategy? Because I feel like if you look at Marvel, they don't have to take a year off from making a Marvel movie. Their movies are actually just always successful, you know, pretty much for the most part, right? So I don't think it's necessarily a frequency issue. I think it's just that they are playing it safe right now. I think they're scared. I think that they see, you know, the reaction to what happened with The Last Jedi and how that reflected on the Solo box office results. So they are absolutely playing it safe right now. Unless they truly turn things around by mid-2019, we are not getting anything in 2020. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again.